This kasi mag-stay and get some
Alright, I'm so terrible at documenting. Seriously. So the little one is with me. She's on her way for her first shot. Now that she's here. This is actually her third shot, if I'm not mistaken. It should have been, I think, 2 weeks ago or so. But let's just not get into the details. We're running late. I hope I make it on time. Right, here we go. So the video was quite noisy because there were so many people inside the vet clinic. So this is us waiting for our turn. And now here's the vet assistant who was tasked to weigh her in. She weighed at 1.28 kilos. And after that, we made our way to the cubicle where our vet was. Sige po. Hi, Doc. We're back. Sorry na late.
It's fine. I love for Poodle.
Really?
They're the best breeds for me.
For me too.
No shots pa yun.
Yeah, it's okay.
This kasi mag-stain sila. Okay, love. Sorry, ah.
Oh no.
We'll try to get it around. Konting dayo na.
Drama queen yan, ha?
Iyak ba?
I'm not sure. But she's very brave.
Alright. Right. Konting pa. Good work.
Good girl.
Good work. You can get some injuries. Someone. Little girl. Kaso wala talaga. No effect talaga sa kanya.
She's very chill.
Good job.
Good job, baby girl. So we're finally done with her vet visit. The imp did really well. I am quite surprised. She's in here with me right now. She's finally resting, so we're about to head home. Her values have improved a lot, and the vet said that we should just continue with what we were doing, just continue with the diet and stuff. So I'm quite pleased with that. And I guess just continue to isolate her for 1 more week, and then after that we're pretty much done. Okay, so let's head home. Ulit. Ang liit mo.
Wala.
Ayaw pansinin.
Wala.
Come on.
Go.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. It's Poodle Mom with the 3 toy poodles, but I only have 1 today. Anyway, we're on our way. Winter and I are on our way to her follow-up checkup to the vet, our secondary vet. She's gonna have her follow-up checkup for the fecalysis, for the amoebas, and I think worms. I'm not sure. I forgot what's on the diagnosis, but that's what we're gonna be checking today, and deworming. So we shall see. I gave her a bath first because I'm not sure if she's gonna get her vaccine today also, but just to make sure, I gave her a bath so that when they give her the vaccine, she doesn't stink. But unlike like the first week that she was with us, where she's had this foul stench every time she is in the playpen because she pees everywhere and she was not potty trained. She's now I think we're about 70%. I would say 100, but the thing is she still misses and she can't hold her bladder, of course. So we're still at about 70% to 80% potty trained. But I think she's a little different to how Beatty was, because when Beatty was trained by her trainer, I mean her breeder, they were so proud to tell me that they were potty trained already. They trained them to pee on rags. Guys, please don't train your dogs, if you're gonna potty train them, to pee on rags. Why? Because every single thing that is on the floor will be considered as a rag by the dog. So even if it's not their potty area, they would immediately run to anything that looks like their potty area, that looks like a rug, and be there. So that includes your carpets. That's why I prefer pee pads. Even if they kind of look like rags, the feel is different to the dogs and the smell is totally different. The cloth is different from whatever the composition of the pee pads are. They can still associate it to rags, but not as much as if you train them to actually pee on rags or carpets, whatever. Natimbang na siya? Ilan po?
1.35.
Hindi na. Alright, we just finished our checkup and she's all good. Fecalysis no longer has the amoebas and whatever worms, if there were. So she's gonna stop her antibacterial meds already. What else? So I had her ear double checked. There's barely any what do you call that? Any yeast anymore, but our vet said puppy shouldn't be given the medicine that was given to us by the other vet. Let's not talk about it. I won't even mention whom. But yeah, she shouldn't have been given it. So we were supposed to have it for 10 days. But our vet here said since it shouldn't be given to puppies, so we'll just make it for 7 days instead of 10 days and lessen the drops from 5 drops to 3 drops. Because guys, if you're given Orizon, I think that's what it's pronounced, I'll project it here, the side effect is causing cartilage degeneration in puppies. So question your vet if they give it to your puppies. Well, it is what it is. I'm just thankful that we were able to check it out. Right? Okay. But we have to continue it so that she won't build tolerance against the antibiotics. That's why we have to keep it. Okay, so we are on our way home. We'll see you guys in a bit. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the improvement. Okay, I can finally breathe. So hi you guys. So for those pesky details, to sum it up, prior what you just saw, Winter had an emergency checkup 5 days right after I picked her up. So just to prove that I'm not making things up, here's the date. I had to rush her to the vet because of an emergency with regards to worms and some sort of weird and foul odor on her poop. Sadly, our primary vet wasn't available. They were abroad for seminars and conventions. So I asked 2 of my good friends for a recommendation for a good vet, and they recommended me to this good one, and I consider them as our secondary vet now. Basically, I was able to get an appointment on the same day at around 11 a.m. because it was a puppy emergency. So usually for stuff like that, you can ask for emergencies because with puppies, time is of the essence because time is ticking. You have to be very, very vigilant when it comes to puppies because any little thing could be a big thing for a puppy. True enough, she tested positive for entamoebiasis or something like that. It's something to do with amoebas, and she had worms. I was honestly scared of the amount. That's why I sort of panicked because I also knew that if one has them, then all of the dogs inside the house will have them because it's very easy to pass on. So it was a very, very, very stressful moment for me. Let me show you the results. I will try to fold it because my information is there. So these are the findings and the results. of her test. Feel free to pause it if you guys are interested in reading it. And then this is the second page. Oops. Here. So this is what they said we should do. So basically, she had those findings, as well as because of these down here. These are clear indications of an overworked kidney, most especially for a puppy her age. Take note that she was only 3 months old during this time, and the vet was very concerned of her diet, and so they asked me for her background. So as far as I recall, the breeder told me that in the beginning they were given Royal Canin puppy. And then after a while, they said that they got tired of it, so they decided to give them raw. Take note that the raw that they fed was only pure beef, pure minced beef, or pork, meaning muscle meat, no organs whatsoever. So honestly, when I heard that, I was taken aback because I know that the raw diet is amazing and good, and I believe in it too. But if not done properly, it can do bad things rather than good things for any kind of dog, because it can go haywire. True enough, this shows that she had too much protein. She was consuming too much protein. It was a very, very stressful time because the vet also told me that I had to isolate her, which is very hard because I have 2 dogs, and of course I'm doing potty training, and it's not like I can just let her free roam in the house or put her in a certain place in the house without me watching them. My mom's gonna go crazy. So it was very stressful to see. And at that time, the reason why I didn't post the videos, which I actually took during those times, is because when I was watching them, they were too emotional and I was just too negative. And I could be misunderstood. So I decided not to post it anymore and try to be more objective about the things, because the purpose of me making these videos in the first place is for people to learn from them, like from the experience. Because people think that, you know, if you've had so much experience already with dogs, like everything's gonna be perfect and stuff. No. Even if like I've had decades of having my dogs, the girls are 9 years old. I have 9 years of experience behind me with poodles. Things can still go haywire. So it's okay. You just have to deal with it. So after that, I immediately also contacted NHV. I paid for it, the full amount, for a special diet for winter, because like I said in her diagnosis, it shows too much protein in her diet and she needed a proper diet. So I would much prefer to keep her on a home-cooked diet or a raw diet, much like the 2 girls, rather than kibble, which is why I contacted a specialist with a PhD in animal nutrition to formulate one for her. So from this experience, one of the key takeaways that I got was probably there's really no perfect breeder. You cannot expect a perfect puppy, no matter how much you pay for. What I think I was looking for, rather than like the perfect puppy, is more of like a breeder that I could work with. The reason why I was frustrated with the breeder, and the reason why I got so emotional probably, and possibly even angry, was because I felt like they kind of abandoned me to a certain extent. They did try to make up for it. In the beginning only, it was more of like, I think it may have been also just the communication and miscommunication and, I don't know, mishandling of things, lack of experience. But it just felt like in the beginning they were playing the blame game and pointing fingers and stuff like that. They were denying things. But yeah, they really tried to make up for it. I gotta hand it to them, just to be fair as well. But I couldn't help but feel disappointed and frustrated at the same time. So I hope sharing these things is actually useful. No matter how little you guys learn something from it, we can all learn from these things. If you have your own experiences, I would love to hear them, because I don't know, maybe sometimes I want to validate like how I felt. Because if there's one thing that I learned during the pandemic, is I don't want to deny myself and feeling what I need to feel. So I allow myself now to feel what I need to feel at that moment. But as much as I can, I will try to hold off any kind of violent reaction, especially if like it's for posting and stuff, because I want to be fair. I don't want to be unfair to other people. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's quite long. For those who still watch this, welcome to the Gossip Club. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.